What are the kind of the emotions this being before it kind of gets real?
Yeah, it's interesting every year. It seems to get earlier and earlier for sure this season. I think the guys are excited, obviously. Get a chance to play our first game on the road against the top 20 team in the country. And there's an excitement level. I'm sure they're anxious as well in terms of getting a chance to, put on a uniform and, the system's new and everything like that. And I'm excited about seeing how we'll do. I remember, I was at Alabama one time, and Coach Saban was there, and he met with us one time. He goes, you never really know what you have until you play somebody else. And, this is a team that was ranked in the top 5 each and every year. So, again, it's the first game. I mean, last year, Duke and Kentucky played, and everybody already had the Final Four written, and both of them lost on a last-second shot after a blowout. So you never know what direction early season games will go in. I'm more concerned and focused on our ability to continue to take, understand our system and really get after it. So that's a long-winded answer for how we're feeling.
Is there anything that you can see? Will there be like something that they do that pinpoints, oh, they're getting it because it is so new?
Yeah, you see those. There's certain things, and it's not really something I can describe to you. It's more of just knowing the system like I have, that you see it pop up occasionally in a practice here and there. And it's funny, the coaches that have been with me the longest will be like, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, I saw that. So there's small things that happen during the course of time. I've seen some of those more and more each day. Certainly not to where we need it to be, but it'll get there.
What are those? I mean, I know it's tough to layman.
Just when when we're in our press or we're doing something defensively where the pace is where we want it and guys are in the right spots and they can go from one area like a press to a gap situation in the half court to transition offense, and they can tie all those 3 things together. And all of a sudden it becomes one, just like the reacting instead of thinking. Those are moments in time where you get it. Because at the beginning of the season, we couldn't even get one. So we're getting it there.
Are you getting more than one now in practice?
We're getting a few. Yeah, we're getting a few.
But again, you don't know until someone else.
Sure.
How much of a challenge is it in just going on the road to open up, even if, regardless of opponent, having to start on the road?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get to go on the road, you get to play Ohio State in our first game on the road. It'll be a challenge, and it's good for college basketball because you get a chance to see 2 good teams go against each other right away. But you're always figuring your team out. I mean, all my teams, even at halftime, you're feeling your team out. You don't know exactly what you have, and it'll be a feeling out process as we go. We'll continue to grow as the season goes, but I'm excited about getting the opportunity to go with these guys to battle. It's a long journey. The season's really become long between fall and winter, and we're 30. Today's our 30th practice. So it's time to put on the real uniforms.
You mentioned it's good for college basketball. Is it good for University of Cincinnati? Do you like having this challenge as the first game out, or would you rather kind of ease?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I mean, it's your schedule is what it is. So we'll attack it. The tough part is you just don't have any. We've won film on them from an exhibition game. So the tough part is you just don't really have a lot on the opponent. So you really don't understand what you're walking into. Just kind of got to go by last year, and you got to really probably rely on your own habits more than anything. There's not a whole lot of game planning involved in the first few games.
Is that even tougher for them because of the changes here?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them that. I don't know.
You talk about how important it is for Jaren, Trey, and Keith to be in the deep end with your style. I mean, do you feel like you made progress with those?
I think we make progress. I think part of being in the deep end is building the habits that it takes to do it, and it's completely different. We're just doing something completely different, and not good, bad, or ugly. It's just different. So when it's different, those habits have to be built, and that takes time to build those habits. And I see them being built each and every day. Now you got to do it when the lights are on and the officials are out there, and I can't call, stop practice every time to say, hey, we're not doing this right. We kind of got to, conquer the chaos.
How much challenge does a player like Caleb Wesson present where he can score inside, outside?
Yeah, he's really, proved his continue to shoot the basketball. It sounds like really well, and the stroke looked really good in the exhibition game. And he's a guy that's big time challenge. I've been really impressed with the player he's become, and it's good for us. We get a chance to go against one of the best players in the country. I mean, he's a bona fide All-American, and he passes the ball well out of the post. He shoots it. He can play in several different spots, so it'll be a real challenge for us.
I know the big game here is obviously the crosstown shootout, that rivalry. It's going to be top over anything. But these guys, you think after last year, I know you weren't here yet, but they're hungry to beat another in-state team after how Ohio State came down here and beat them last year.
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant to me. I don't know. I mean, I think the guys are excited about starting the season more than anything and get an opportunity to compete with each other. That'd be a question for them. I don't know if that carries over from year to year.
What are you most curious of, John, when you watch your team tomorrow night? What do you want them to see? What do you want to see them do?
Well, I want us to compete. The energy defensively is a mark of Cincinnati basketball. But now it's going to be man-to-man, and it's going to be done, different ways of guarding ball screens and different things like that. So I want to see the intensity level there. I want to see guys playing together. I want to see a group that probably most interested to see how we handle adversity. That's always a true tell sign of what kind of team you're going to have in terms of how you handle adversity. And I guarantee recruits two things: will love you when you come, your son when they come, and they'll go through adversity. I guarantee my team every game we're going to go through adversity. So have we put ourselves in a position enough in the off season to create that? So I'm really anxious to see how we handle that.
How do you try to create that?
Well, I think you do a number of different things. Conquer the chaos is what we say. I mentioned that before. Provide a chaotic environment in practice. The game of basketball creates it. Other teams go on runs. You could have one unit that you say, well, these guys should beat this unit, and that unit kicks their tail for 5 minutes. And so the game of basketball has a tendency to create its own. Our goal is to be, over the course of the season, is not to be our own opponent, right? So nowhere on our schedules does it say Cincinnati basketball. So we want to try to make sure we're not creating our own adversity during the course of a game.
Of all your stops and all your kind of coaching career, is there anything you do before a game, every game, that kind of you come back to? Is there like a routine that you have, or is there anything you do on game day that's kind of a...
Well, not interesting, so nothing that you guys would enjoy, but I'm really regimented. I mean the days to the minute. I mean it's planned out.
Game day's a little different, I'm guessing?
Yeah, game day is completely its own entity. So I have a routine that I have completely that in game day that makes me lock in the things that I need to get done, and it's not exciting at all. It's mundane as you can possibly be, but Dan will get used to it. My pregame talks with him will be at exact certain time, and there's just I don't have to think about my day. It just goes as it goes.
So if you're late for one of those, we know to come check on you? Like your pregame with Dan?
Oh, I won't be late because it'll be in my office. So here at home, if I'm late for something like that, you gotta be concerned.
You've coached in really high-stress, exciting games at NKU in the last couple of years, with a chance to go to the NCAA tournament, that kind of thing. Can you give us an idea just what you're feeling emotionally before you are the head coach of the UC Bearcats for the first time tomorrow night, playing against an in-state rival, a top 20 team, all the stuff that goes into what makes this a great game? Can you kind of give us an idea of what you're feeling?
Yeah, I guess different now that you just mentioned all those things. I get so wrapped in the game planning piece and where our guys are at that Joe, and I'll tell you how I think I'll feel, but I'm really concerned about our guys. Like, how do they feel? What do they think? What are their emotions? This isn't about me, and it's something I talk to our guys all about all the time. This isn't about John Brannen. This is about our young men and what we need to accomplish. And I think you'll gain that sense as we continue to go into the season and get to know each other and how I handle things. And but it was tremendous pride, I would think. I'm humbled every day to get a chance to sit in this chair, excited, determined, and like everybody else, anxious to kind of get a chance to see where we're at and where we got to get better.
How excited are you to see Keith's potential in action in this offense? We've seen him kind of rise over the last couple of years, but it seems like he's a guy you're excited about seeing out there.
I am, yeah. I mean, you get a chance to watch him play, and one of the other pieces is, as a coach, you put guys in positions and you find out where do you put them in. Like, rotations change as the season goes on. Offensive schematics change as the season goes on. You find out what guys do. And one of the issues we've had early on with the injury bug is I haven't gotten a great feel for where guys can play and where they should be at, and what their great strengths are. And Keith's a guy I got a pretty good feel for because he hasn't missed a practice, and he's a guy that I'm really excited about.
I think someone asked Coach Brannen about the game last year. clearly he wasn't here, so it doesn't have any bearing on him, but the guys on this team, you open up this new arena against Ohio State last year, didn't exactly get it done. Opening up this year there, what kind of statement do you guys want to make?
I feel like this game just has to be like a more like a revenge game for us. You know, last year at home, you know, it was tight bad, so we just had to prove ourselves this year over there.
Do you have I know the crosstown shootout's obviously a big one for you guys, with guys in the city, but just do you have a sense of pride for playing other teams in this state where you don't lose to anyone else in Ohio?
Every game we just try to have the same approach to it. Like, we just try to win every game, but we just got to start with this game tomorrow. We can't, like, skip past games. We just got to take it one game at a time.
Keith, Trey talked about a few weeks ago, trying to avenge last year's loss and having a revenge mindset. Is that the kind of mindset you have going into tomorrow?
Me, yeah, of course, because, you know, like, last year, I feel like I only played about, like, 12 minutes that game, so, you know, and just try to just, like, whatever it takes for us to win tomorrow. Just try to do whatever it takes for us to win.
You guys are starting the season with a bang. I mean, it's an in-state rival, it's a top 20 team, it's a road game. You look at sports all across, and teams kind of ease into seasons sometimes. How much do you relish the opportunity to start the year with a game that a lot of people are interested in?
It means a lot, you know. We just tomorrow's like, it's just for us just to make a statement, like, across the world, you know. Just like, you know, we starting off against a team that we played last year and we lost to, so we just got a chance to make some noise tomorrow, early on.
As a junior, you're an upperclassman now. With the new system, new changes, has it felt like more of a leadership role maybe for you, kind of, that you're stepping into, being a guy that's been here and been through the wars?
Yeah, because, you know, I started last year, you know, Jaron, Trey, and I are like the top guys who was here from last year's team. So, you know, Coach B just expects a lot out of us. So we just have to just bring it every day.
How different of a team do you think this Ohio State team is going to see this year compared to last year?
I feel like a deep team, you know, fast-paced team, and just everyone just have like a chip on their shoulder, just try to prove something. So I feel like it's going to be a great game tomorrow. Hope they're prepared for it.
You doing this for the basketball? I'm sorry, for the football team too, since they went up there earlier this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Have to redeem the program, you know.
You and Luther are both New York kids.
Yeah.
A year apart. Do you guys know each other pretty well?
Yeah, I know him. He's cool. That's one guy.
Is it a little competitive rivalry there, you guys getting after each other?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you feel a new energy with this team, just it being Coach Brannen's first official game as a head coach? It's a new era of Cincinnati basketball starting tomorrow night. Do you feel a new energy just all around the program?
Yeah, I'll say it's just more like a positive energy, and just everyone just trying to just show a lot, you know. Just like, you know, tomorrow's is the first game with like a new coach, you know. We just have a lot to prove. Everyone is just so like amped up to prove something tomorrow.